Hello, guys. I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about cancel culture, kind of how like it ruins people's lives, and you know, how it affects people in general, and how cancer it is for in general, and how companies need to stop catering to these loud people in general. Um, my problem with cancel culture is it'll come after innocent people that literally have no no real reasoning to. I guess the reasoning would be to go after the people that are that don't really agree, that they don't really agree with. Now, I'm all cool for criticism, guys. I actually want criticism, especially for my own channel, so I can see how I can improve and make my channel better. And that goes for pretty much anybody in any industry, whatever they do. And people need to be able to take criticism in order to improve themselves, both in their life and in other instances as well. And if you can't do this, then you can't really improve as a person all that much because you're not willing to take criticism. You're not willing to go and, trying to improve yourself. And a lot of these council culture people that are actually mostly on Twitter are coming after them and just attacking these people with no real rhyme or reason or don't even understand anything. And this is a problem. Cancel culture has come after for like people like Jenna Carano. I may believe it was Brett Kavanaugh, but that was more of the Me Too movement. It was going after the quartering, which is another person that happened about a couple of weeks ago. That was a huge problem. It was going after some of the actors in Hollywood, that don't actually, align with what they believe in. But, cancel culture is a cancer and it needs to be stopped. I don't know exactly how we can potentially stop this. I do know the one way that we can try to stop this is through, litigation and, suing them for, defamation and stuff like that. Normally when you set out a precedent, when when people try to attack others for, try to slander or defame them in any sort of way, and they actually have a consequence for it. Like they actually lose a lot of money, they lose their damages, they lose everything due to what they do. Quickly will set up a precedent of telling people, okay, we need to stop doing this. Because the reason why they keep doing this, guys, is because they can get away with it. They're anonymous on the internet. They think they're big and tough, and then they honestly think that they can get away with it, and and be able to slander, defame people, and just say these horrible, vile things because they hate their own lives personally, and that's why I also think the way they do it is that they just don't like their own lives. I personally don't hate my life, so I don't have that sort of hate or resentment against others or anybody for that matter. But Twitter has some very, very nasty people. And it also shows that cancel culture people will also listen to whatever the creator or whoever they said without question. Hopefully, guys, that I can provide content and stuff that you guys would like and trustworthy stuff when I say something that you guys actually believe in, or you're not believing, but my content that says truth rather than going out and just saying random things and I'm not trustworthy. And that's something that I don't want. I want my channel to be the most trustworthy channel I can make it be to make it. And if I can't, then that's a problem, and I need to improve on my channel to make it better. So that's one thing that I really hope I can do. But I also don't want my fans to blindly believe everything that I say. Fact checking me is good. Criticizing what I say is good. Making sure that I am standing on my toes, making sure that I am doing everything is good. So, that's something that I also want to. I don't really want an echo chamber, and I also don't want to be completely 100% believed just because of one thing I want. If I say something, I want people to, go and check and to actually prove what I'm saying. Even though it's on the screen, I could be, maybe trying to manipulate people, even though I wouldn't do that. But, there's people that you don't know me, right? So that's just something that, I hope everybody would do specifically for my channel. But the cancel culture people don't do this, and they automatically, believe one side or whatever. And I also made a video about this about a week, maybe more ago. Been slacking on videos, to be honest. But they've done this to people, and it's a problem. I don't really like when people go after other people's lives or especially their income because that's a fucked up thing to do. The only time I will probably ever do this in terms of going after somebody is literally calling them out and having them face their own music. Because a lot of the creators today, they just they don't face their own music, and they just go out and just do whatever they want. I mean, they don't really face any repercussions. Pokemon will come out and do things that are horrible or horrible things, and she'll backtrack and try to make people like her. Or there are people that will also believe her, and her friends or her circle will believe her, which is sickening. Because honestly, if you were really her friends, you would actually try to make her be a better person, even though she's not really a good person and she shows to be. So these are these type of people that I just don't like. And she's not part of the cancel culture mob, I would per se, so she kind of gets excluded from this. But a lot of people, a lot of the fans are a really big part of it, and I don't like it. Zombie Kills was a big person about this, where that she tried to cancel maybe the quartering, and this is and this was a problem. So we would go to specifically on the quartering. This is the quartering here. This is a channel. He did a video about this fairly recently, that they were actually coming after his income, and this is why we're doing this. He also made maybe I haven't checked this video yet either, but he just made a video recently where he was making he's going to meet YouTube and trying to fight back against some of these people. And, that's the way we need to do it. We need to come together as a community and fight back against the cancel culture and, everybody that's trying to get in our way. But they try to cancel Jeremy, and I didn't like this at all. And it needs to be stopped. And he's trying to find some way to fight back and, try to make things better for both everybody on YouTube and across the board. And then we have Gina Carano over here, who also did The Mandalorian. And she was rightfully fired for her certain beliefs. And this is the problem here, and the cancel culture came for her, and they succeeded, and this is things, they succeeded in firing her, but they did not succeed in firing her off of her career. So there we go. So all of this, guys, is just just a sign of just specifically of all the issues that are been kind of building up as a past or recent, and these are just like a couple of people. Gina Carano and Jeremy are probably one of the bigger, more recent ones. That's the reason why I'm using these people currently, because they're more recent. But at the moment, I mean, it's still a huge problem. We need cancel culture to be stopped in any way possible, so that way less people have their lives ruined, and people can post what they want, say what they want, and not worry about getting canceled or whatever. If you're saying something wrong, whatever, you have criticism. I am all open to criticism, as everybody should be, and that should be allowed. That wouldn't really be canceling anybody. And if somebody did something fucked up, and they're not getting accountability, yeah, well then we need to do something. Or people that are adamantly trying to hurt people to cause physical harm or mental harm or whatever that may be. Okay, then those people probably need to be removed from the platform because they're not providing anything useful, nothing to be gained at all, other than just being completely toxic and hurting other people. Now that's a problem, and that should be removed. However, the cancel culture, as I said, will come after people that have done nothing wrong, and they'll keep on doing it until their lives are destroyed. And I want that something to be stopped. I may believe they try to do that to a young girl that was not a young girl. I don't actually know how old she is, but she looks good to me. That they tried to do it to a YouTuber that was like only had 7,000 subscribers, and they tried to remove her from YouTube and stuff like that, and that's stuff that's not okay. All right, so we need to prevent something like that to happen. As a community, we can be able to fight back, try to help. I'm hoping that somebody at some point, whoever has the money to or whatever, will be able to make some type of. I think Steven Crowder was doing something similar to this, or at least there was some rumors of him trying to do this. But hopefully, people can make some type of company or whatever that helps fight back against these cancel culture people. and have them be held responsible for their actions, and make the online place more safer and better for everybody to be involved in it. We all know how the YouTube comment section can be. It can be incredibly toxic, but it is what it is. Can't stop everything, and I can't be held accountable for everything that people do on my YouTube comment section, or anybody's comment section for that matter, that has YouTube comments. So the best that we can do is come together, fight back, and make sure that the internet is better, and keep the government also out of our affairs as well. Because less government, better lives, more freedom. See you guys later in the next video.